John seems to think there are people actually waiting in line for us to go live. I find that hard to believe, so we came in a few minutes early. I should always state at the beginning of this live stream, since you never know. I mean, might be somebody that this is the first time they've seen this, right? And wonder what the heck's going on. So, RetroMacCast is an audio podcast.
Right.
You see my video flicker? Does it look okay? I saw some flickering.
Hmm.
And we live stream. Oh, they're flickering. So you get that?
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, mine's flickering right now. And we live stream the recording of that audio podcast just because we can. We have the technology. We have the power.
Why not?
And it allows some interactivity with some of the audience.
Yes, like Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy from London. From Lockdown City.
From Lockdown City.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, but the YouTube channel gives us some, the power of video, right? We can show things.
Why not?
But then we always have to remember, well, most of the audience is listening.
Is listening. Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, because there's a tendency to see something on the screen that we're showing and just go, "Ooh, look at that! Isn't that wonderful?" and then move on, and everybody in the audio is just scratching.
But conversely, we could say anything, and James, where did you get the full-size Cray computer?
Oh, right.
And so you see then the people in the audio, they're like, James is a Cray? What?
Right, I converted it into a little bed.
Because that's where you have to sleep now, since your wife kicked you out for getting a full-size Cray computer. Yes.
I'm using a different webcam this week. I switched. I dug up an old Sony digital camera. It's the A6000 and hooked it up via Camera Link Elgato interface. So slowly upgrading here on this end. I'm still getting that flickering, so you're not getting that. It's weird. I don't know why.
I am not seeing it over here.
It's happening across both you and me.
Oh.
Like the whole StreamYard feed is kind of
StreamYard. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
Okay, now I'm also seeing quite a bit of delay on the StreamYard.
Uh-oh.
Normally, do you need to relaunch StreamYard?
Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't know what that.
Well, we don't. I am not seeing the flicker. So
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that annoying.
Big thing.
Well, it's a little annoying.
It's called blinking. Are you blinking?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me hold my eyes open. Oh, now I'm actually seeing more of them because I'm catching the ones I'm missing when I blink. Okay, well, as long as it looks good on YouTube. Thanks, Klaus. We won't throw in the towel. I'm wearing I was digging through my shirt archive to see what to wear. Dug this thing up. This is I don't remember who made this. This is the 30-year timeline of Apple. It says, let's say Apple the first 30 years, starting with the Apple One.
Go full screen so we can see it better.
Full screen.
Yeah.
Full screen. I can do that.
We have the
It's called Solo Layout. Apple the first 30 years. So you got the Apple One
awesome.
all the way to this side, the iPhone. And it's really interesting that they put actually the next cube is in there in that time.
Huh.
I think it was really also, it was kind of like, well, I'm not sure why they would have done that, but obviously that's not Apple, but intertwined in their history. Do you got something that you want to, what's your shirt today?
Oh, it is not Mac related. It is, go ahead and swap over. It is Dragon Con. Yep. Very nice graphic.
Remember what year that was?
It's going to be very, let's see. This is 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 10-year-old shirt. Like this is a 13-year-old shirt. This was
Mm-hmm.
2007. This came out.
Yeah, it's things aren't looking great for events this year still. With the new, more virulent strain of Corona out there now. I know they're trying to get the vaccines going, but unfortunately, not holding my breath. I think we're going to have another year without a vintage computer festival, and without some of the other fun things that I like to do in Atlanta, including Dragon Con.
Well, I was thinking we were about ready to start here.
It is close to
We're getting
time.
close.
As opposed to Klaus
You
to
should,
time. Hello, Klaus.
You got your screen on in the back. You've got hello now.
Yes. Yeah, I found the proper disk image finally.
That's backdrop, you said?
Yeah. So that's actually just the wallpaper. I've got 800K floppy image that's got that as the wallpaper, and it had enough space left on the image for After Dark with the warp module, and I still have about 160K free, so I may throw Tetris on there if it'll fit.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see, I have the Apple VideoPhone box behind me.
I see that. Yes. Ready and waiting.
Mm-hmm. Boy,
I have to say I'm sad you weren't able to find the other one, so we could have tested that. I can't imagine, because there was I won't talk about it now. We'll wait till the
we'll wait. An update on the Macintosh TV. I did text you the picture. I found the black keyboard.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
It was scary because I found it in this massive box of keyboards that was in my attic, which was not a good thing. But it wasn't there. I don't know how long it had been there, years, sure. But it did not succumb. I mean,
you have to worry about yellowing on it, first of all.
Right. It was in darkness, and but I was worried about the heat and the humidity and what that might do to it. But it seems fine. The plastics seem fine.
Yeah.
And I used it so I plugged it in, and if you remember before when I turned it on, we got a hum of the monitor kind of warming up, but that was it.
Yeah.
I replaced the pram battery.
Yes.
Did it again, and this time I got a chime, and I got a screen, and I got looking for an OS.
Hey, all right.
So a lot further along, and it was a strong beep too, not like the weak beep. It was a good solid tone, and but I was looking for an OS, which the hard drive last checked booted this thing. So the hard drive is not recognizing the hard drive. So my next step is I was going to see if I could boot it from the CD drive, but I have to go track down a caddy.
Didn't that actually still have a floppy port on the back of it?
It does, so I can try the floppy as well.
Yeah, use a floppy emu.
Oh, or floppy emu. Sure. Yeah, there's a number of ways to go, but a CD-ROM.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, that's awesome. Though, I'm trying to think of if that was one of the ones to get to the hard drive, you had to remove that front plate. I hope not.
Probably.
Oh, because
there's no easy way from the back because you just slide. You can only slide the tray out the back.
This tray out, yeah. At this point, I'd almost consider actually taking the whole thing apart from the back with screws, versus trying to pop those tabs on the front, because I am pretty sure you'd end up with 3 pieces of plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if the black plastic had. I don't know if the black plastic had the same brittle issue as some of the beige stuff, but that would be.
Well, should we get started here?
Let's get started. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 558 for January 31st, 2021. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
We were just talking earlier about John's setup. In the back, he's got his Mac's Arrayed, and the classic Mac now says hello in the back, which is nice. Which almost wants you to have an iMac on the other side saying hello. Because
Well,
you used to do that, right?
I do. Yeah, I was actually waiting till the birthday of the iMac, and I'll pop the iMac on the other side instead of the SE30, and that does have the hello again screen on it. Yes.
Uh-huh.
That and the Bondi iMac are the first thing you see when you actually come in the door back there. Is they face the door. So yeah.
When is the birthday? It's in the September?
I have to look it up.
You just know it's not today. So you
It's not this
and
month.
said it's yeah.
Yeah, I had a 1 in 12 chance that it's not this month. So
All right. Well, let's see.
or 12 in 1 chance. Yes.
We are going to talk about one of my attic finds today, the Apple VideoPhone Kit, sitting behind me somewhere. We've got eBay finds, lots of news to talk about. In the pregame, I was giving John an update on my Macintosh TV. It does live, after all, with a fresh battery in it.
Nice.
Time. Did not boot off the hard drive though. It acted as if there were no hard drive at all. So, which is kind of, I don't know. Hopefully, the hard drives usually don't. I mean, it's not that old.
So
I'm getting
there's
worried that connectivity to the hard drive is bad and not the hard drive.
well, yeah. So one of the things that I mean, yeah, I suppose it could be a cap that's affecting the SCSI. But I also know there were some brands of the SCSI drives, kind of following some of the Facebook posts where people have actually opened them and unstuck the heads
Oh,
in the hard drive,
wow.
which I'm like, wow, that's something. Being able to do that, but I guess what happens is sometimes there's like a pad on the head that'll actually kind of deteriorate and start to stick to the platter if it hasn't been used for a while. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I've got a number of options.
Well, you've got external SCSI port on that thing. You've got floppy drive. Yeah. So plenty of other ways to try.
Right. Plenty of ways to skin that Mac, as they say. All right. Well, we will be right back with some eBay finds. Okay. Let's pull that stuff up. And see what's going on over there. Remember last week was the
all things DG. Yes, damn hard drives. Curse you, hard drives. Chris Logan, hello. David Fretz, hello. Oh, Jeremy got his shot.
Oh,
I've heard it. It can really the shot itself can really affect some people as far as feeling pretty bad for a couple of days afterwards. All right, I've got my eBay finds.
All right, let's go ahead.
I'm doing the shirt, I assume.
Oh, you know what? I sent you I switched up the auctions.
Oh.
Psych!
Psych.
I should have sent you the updated. You didn't get the memo. No,
I'll have a talk with my secretary.
Do what is last on your list.
The 20th.
Yeah, do
I
that
think
one.
Different crystal. Okay, all right, I can do that.
All right.
Ready when you are.
Are you prepared?
I am prepared.
Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Time now for the eBay finds of the week. Last week we did that trio of clone-related ones, right? We were joined by our guest. I think, let's see. What did we start with? Oh, the Power Computing 100, right? The Power Computer 100 is still available. Buy it now, $480, or you can make an offer. Then the Supermax clone, the C600. That one, still buy it now, $405, or make an offer on that one. And the last clone related one was the vest. Now this is one that Steve, aka Mac84, we kind of chided him. I encouraged him to do this for his series, and it did sell for $119.99. I wonder if he got that. We will find out.
We'll have to, make sure we're checking out his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
To see if he's all of a sudden in there wearing that.
And let's see. So we'll start off this week. We've been talking about the Macintosh TV, and one of the things, if you get a Macintosh TV, it's nice to have it complete, right? You want the black keyboard, you want the black mouse, the black keyboard cable.
Yep.
And you also want the remote control, right? I think I showed the remote control when I was showing mine. It's a little credit card size thing, right?
Oh, yeah, because this has different buttons than the other remote, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's, that controls the TV tuner, so it's a little remote control for a lot of different things. Well, and here's one that's boxed. Now, I don't know. It's possible that when it came with the Macintosh TV, it came in this little box. That's probably what happened. I don't think they sold these things or distributed them separately.
Separately, right? Yeah.
So
yeah, I was looking at this box. Yeah.
It just says
right.
little boxes, remote control on it. Has some copyright information on the side from 1993. This one is in Australia, and just says designed for the Macintosh TV. It says, I searched for one of these for a long time, finally sourcing one in the box from the US. Bought for my Macintosh TV, which I sold a few years ago now. So this one is surplus, but it'll be sure to complete someone's collection.
My goodness.
So I wonder if he sold the Macintosh TV without the remote that he went through so much trouble to get. This already
may have to bid on this.
Right
yeah.
now. It's already there's a bid in on it.
Yeah, I know.
It's at $100 Australian dollars, which is 76 US dollars.
Yeah, but this still has 6 days ago. I'm afraid this thing's gonna get up there because I do not have the remote.
Yeah, and gosh, can you imagine? I mean, as hard as it is to get a Macintosh TV, imagine it's such an easy thing to lose track of. This tiny
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. I know there's got to be lots of people who own the Macintosh TV that do not have the proper remote for it.
RMC A1. There's a good picture of it. Well, like you said, this one has 6 days to go. Ends next Sunday, and let's move along to this.
Next, I tell you, this is a gorgeous hunk of plastic. This is really awesome. It is a Apple 20th. Well, a crystal glass. Okay, sorry, I was thinking acrylic. No, this is an Apple 20th. Think different crystal glass. Hoya Novelty Macintosh Spartacus. I'm not sure what all those extra words are meaning. No. What it boils down to, guys, is it is a really nice glass square. Looks to be maybe about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. It's got the shape of the Apple logo cut out of it, so it's hollow where the Apple logo is, and it has it's on a comes in a nice box with the Apple logo. It's got a metal Apple badge.
Yeah,
I think
what you do
metal.
with that. It looks.
I don't know.
Could be foil, maybe.
It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks neat, whatever it is. And so Hoya is the company that makes this, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's a little.
Looking at the little placard. Yeah. So anyway, this is really cool looking. Now it does have a buy it now price of $999. This is coming out of, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it's coming out of Japan. Do you know how to pronounce Chiyoda-ku?
Chiyoda-ku, yeah.
Okay. Free
So,
shipping.
gosh, I don't know the story behind this. I don't know.
I don't either, but it's pretty. I have to say that.
So I'm trying to figure
I
out, is
like
it,
it.
it's,
Was it
it's
an
hard to
official
tell.
thing or?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the configuration of the crystal is. It almost looks like it's cut out, but it's somehow, I don't know. It's too bad they didn't take more
I
angle.
do wish there was kind of a side angle shot.
Hmm.
I do believe it is cut completely through. I don't think it
Hmm.
is got like a backing on it or anything. But
Hmm.
I do find the weird little extra Apple thing with the Apple text and the Apple Garment
Hmm.
font.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's even normally part of what this is. I
I
really can't tell.
don't know
But
what you
it's
would do with
neat
that.
looking.
It's
Neat.
almost like you would want to, I don't know, set this on a wood stand or something, and then maybe on the
Bottom
horizontal
lit.
surface have the yeah, oh yeah, bottom lit.
Hmm.
And there's that little card that says "Thank you again" with the original Happy Mac icon there.
So, do you think maybe this was like a dealer thing?
I don't know if it was something that maybe commemorated the Think Different ad campaign. Maybe were
Right.
made for that. Who knows? It's pretty slick. Yeah, it'd be nice to have the rest of the story on this. All right, let's move along to, look at this. You hear about this?
Ooh,
Another
no, I
Apple
have not.
One has surfaced for sale. Extremely rare item built by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak themselves. Fully functional working condition in an original Byte Shop wood case. Not
Wow.
a replica. They say in the description, this is truly a first for eBay. A verified, fully functional, original Apple One in excellent condition in the original Byte Shop Koa wood case. I didn't remember that there was Koa wood, which is the Hawaiian wood.
Yes. If you
Original
ever had
power
a
supply.
ukulele.
Yeah. Original power supply. The Datanetics version D keyboard, unmodified in perfect condition. And no modifications, no repairs. Currently verified by Apple One expert Corey Cohen. As recently as the 2019 Vintage Computer Festival, was one to be shown continuously operating over the 6 hours of each day. And it includes a period Sony TV, the 115,
Very
recommended
nice.
by Steve Jobs, with video
That's nice
monitor.
because a lot of times when you see these auctions, they actually don't include the proper
Right.
monitor. They for
Yeah.
display purposes only.
They say it's number 79 on the official Apple One registry, and as the second owner took possession in 1978 from the original owner as part of a trade-in for a newer Apple II at the computer store in Montreal, Canada.
Huh.
And let's see, they say that there are less than 6 known surviving with the original wood cases that the Byte Shop sold, most of them in museum collections. So, they say you can, on delivery or pickup, you can do further verification. They're available to deliver this, travel at their expense, digital copies of the manuals. Wow. A beaut. So let's look at some of these pictures. First picture there shows it. And then back you can see some of the handiwork of the case.
Yeah, that is really nice. Wow.
Yeah, some pictures of the innards. You can open up the
Now,
case flips open. Mm-hmm.
I have to say, at that price, though, Steve himself better deliver to your door. That's all I'm saying.
What is the price? The price is a hefty. Buy it now. $1.5 million.
$1 million.
Million dollars.
$1 million.
Yeah. There's a make an offer.
Yes, there's yeah, and I'm assuming that's what it is. They put some crazy price down there, but then there's also making out because, I mean, we've seen some other Apple ones going for, it's kind of weird how much it fluctuates. Because I've still seen some recently go for a little over only $500,000. I just sent you a bonus eBay find link if you want to bring that up. If you can't afford $1.5 million, but it's not just a regular replica board. It is one of the ones. It's been fully populated, so it's all put together.
Nice.
Pretty nice, right?
Yeah. For
$2,000.
Yeah. Ships from Hong Kong.
And that even has a make an offer. It's because I know I have one of the blank boards that were for sale.
I do too.
And I've heard where it's at one point one of the companies was selling a kit of all the components for it, but I guess some of the components have been getting really hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that this is all put together and soldered and working, and it comes with the cassette interface board also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think $2,000 is a bad price at all. Considering, if I tried to solder mine together, it would probably take me more time than money I would make in a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So
well, you
anyway.
got a couple of options there. You can go
yeah.
for the real thing, or
1.5 million.
Suitable facsimile for under 2,000. All right. Yeah, I think that's the same person I got my replica board.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Newton.
Which I think is right behind me. Hold on.
Yeah, mine is hanging on the wall right there, next to my, along with an Apple IIe logic board. So.
What's that? I'm sorry, I was gone for a second. I grabbed the board.
Oh, that's okay. I was just showing where I've got mine hanging up on the wall next to a 2E
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, the detail that goes into these boards is great. Yeah, I just haven't,
fantastic.
gotten around to doing something with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice if it were populated.
Yeah.
I think I did get some of the components at one point. Somewhere I have a box where it sold the harder to find ones.
Ah, okay.
Not the run of the mill resistors and whatever, but
Sure.
ones,
Yeah.
the harder ROM chips and whatever. All right. Let's move along to. Oh, let me go get this.
To that, yeah.
This.
That thing back there.
All right, you ready? Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, one of the things that emerged in the big move, my attic, was this Apple VideoPhone Kit. The Apple VideoPhone Kit says everything you need to video conference over the internet or a LAN, local area network. And see the case there. This is, from that era. They were doing the colors.
Hey, James, go ahead and go full screen on this.
Full screen.
Yeah.
We'll go full screen. Let's see here. And let's see. Oh, there you go. VideoPhone Kit. It says if you have a 28.8-bit or 28,800 bit per second modem, you can You can hold person-to-person full duplex internet, audio, video, phone calls, chat sessions, share and annotate photos, graphics, text files. If you have Ethernet, you can share documents. And anyway, there's all the wondrous things you can do. System requirements.
It had to have been what 480 by 320 resolution. What was it? What would the camera resolution?
Does it even say that on here? It just says high resolution color digital video camera. I don't see any.
So maybe 640 by 480.
Says you need a power PC with 16 megs of RAM, an additional 8 required for Timbuktu Pro, and of course the modem or Ethernet connection. There you go. So
what year did that come out?
Oh, what was it? 97, January 97. I have the.
Oh wow. Okay, so pretty late in the game.
Yeah, January 97 at a cost of $280, which adjusted for inflation is like $450 today. So can you imagine? Now, of course, webcams today are built into everything.
Right.
You buy. I'm sure you can buy a laptop for $450 that has a built-in webcam. Anyway, so it's a pretty pricey item for the day, right? And of course, you need to have somebody on some other end that had one too.
Yes.
Otherwise, it wouldn't do you much good. I guess they could see you.
Well, that was my question: is if somebody else had the software but not necessarily the hardware, could they at least
Yeah.
do a one-way video
Well, that
call?
was the thing about back then is there weren't a whole lot of standards, right?
Right.
So nowadays, like I can plug in almost any USB camera and it's gonna identify. But back then, just being able to talk to somebody required usually you almost had like a had of an identical software hardware configuration on each end for every
Mm-hmm.
configuration. Well, I was gonna do like a box opening like I did with the Mac TV, and then I thought, well, what if I opened this and there was um, nothing in it, or you know,
Again, a
a little
Geraldo situation.
yeah. And so I went ahead. I opened it earlier, and just to confirm. So I'm not going to pretend like this is the first time I've opened it, but it is surprisingly complete, including your little warranty card, the CD-ROM with the software, right? And it's called just the Apple VideoPhone Kit. Really good stuff there. And then you got your installation manual and Farallon Timbuktu Pro for Macintosh at a glance. Software. And I mean, it looks
Oh yeah,
well done.
obviously never been out of the box. Yeah.
I don't know. It looks
No.
like a perfectly coiled serial
Right.
cable.
Yes.
And the inner box wrapping, this looks a little the wrapping on that does that look original? I don't know. It's the bag's kind of loose. It's not sealed.
Huh.
But look, even in the bag, let's see what's in here. It actually still has the little attachment like Velcro.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
So
Is that it looks like there's not. Is there like a lens cover on there? It looks
yeah.
like
When
okay.
you turn it on, there's a power switch here on the side,
Great.
and right,
Snap, snap. Yeah.
everybody's worried about privacy, even back then. And it's got this wide base.
Wow, that is a
tripod
clunky
mount.
looking device. I have to
It
say.
certainly it is, isn't it? The there's nothing about this that screams Apple, even for that era of beige, other than it's beige. But I mean, there's no logos. The only
So is that a video connector on the back too? So it could be connected to like
yeah
something with a composite input.
yep.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
So you got video out on the back. You've got power now. Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I wonder. Oh, wait a minute.
Does it get power over the serial?
All right. So there
that
must.
mean-
Oh, you know what? I think. Does this require the GeoPort or AV breakout box or something like that? What the heck? Because the serial cable doesn't connect to this thing.
Oh, really? Oh.
No, there's a DC in 12-volt connector on the
Okay,
back,
right.
for which I have no power supply in this box that I can tell. I thought this box had everything you need. I was thinking everything but the power. So there must be you must have to hook this up to a breakout box of some sort,
Huh.
because the serial's not connecting anywhere to this. Well, that's interesting.
Wait, so just to verify, did
Yeah.
did it require for the Macintosh to have an AV card? So it was only connected via composite?
It says Apple AV capabilities are required for video conferencing computers. Without AV capabilities, can make internet phone calls and hold.
There you go. That's
It
it.
says AV capabilities. What does that mean, though? That's sort of
It
vague.
means an AV card. It means something with video input is what it sounds like. Something like the blue and white G3 that had the wings.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because.
So that's just a camera, and
It's
then
just
it's got
the camera.
right.
The audio
That's
has
what
to be done separately.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
why
like
it's saying if
video
it doesn't
in.
have AV capabilities, it can still do calls.
Right. That still doesn't explain why there's no power supply with this box. That
Yeah.
you need to power this darn thing. Well, it's a good thing.
Well, we have some mysteries.
It's a good thing I was lazy and didn't try to
You-
hook this thing up because I wouldn't have gotten very far.
Say, we're gonna have to look at that manual.
Yeah. Oh, the other interesting thing is this. The manual doesn't even describe what I'm looking at here on this box.
Oh, really?
It talks about the S video input port. Oh,
S-video?
you know what?
Okay.
Oh, there's supposed to be. Ah,
That's an S video cable. That's not
this
a.
is this. Aha. Oh my gosh. This is mystery solved. We're just a bunch of buffoons. I can't even believe, I can't fault you, John, because I'm the one here sitting with the stuff in my hand and
Right.
I
right.
pulled this out and I saw one end and I just assumed it was a serial cable.
Right.
Assumed,
Well,
but it's not.
it's
It is an S video cable.
S video cable.
And guess
Yeah.
what's on the other end? Silly me.
Oh, the breakout necessary.
Yes. Power
Uh-huh.
and the phono plug for video that would go to. So
Nice.
both this goes to the back of the camera.
Uh-huh.
So you can get power over S video.
I really didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Did you know? I mean, you can get enough power to power this thing. I mean, that's crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So now I'm.
Oh, wait. All right,
There's
hang
no
on.
audio, but I'm a little more impressed with.
Hang on.
Yes.
Is that all right? Look at the other end of that again. Is that
Yeah.
so that's S video, and
Yeah.
that gives you
So that's
power.
your computer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so on the other end you've got power, and what's the other jack?
That's your that
Your
plugs to the
your
back of
component.
That's your video
Okay.
out on this.
Video
yeah.
out. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, you got focus controls on here. You can actually open and close the iris. You can turn this around a little bit. Mount it on a tripod. So the only thing is it is a video phone. It's not an audio video phone. It's strictly video you're going to get from this thing. But it is complete. And there you go. We learned something that
Guys, we learned
has
something
power.
today.
All right. Well, maybe on a future episode, I'll actually connect this thing up and see what kind of frame rates, what kind of video resolution, what that video might look like. Okay.
So All Things was wondering if this was made by someone else for Apple, like
Yeah,
something
like
that
there's another
like a
version.
rebranded.
Right. That's possible, right? Because it has such a generic design.
Oh, it's just the design just does not look Apple E.
No, it's very, very generic. It doesn't. I don't see any other markings. There is on the bottom. It does say Apple Computer and has a
Klaus agrees.
Standard information on the bottom. But maybe there's another one out there that somebody made. But this was the first one that Apple branded, at least on their first webcam. All right, let's move along to the news. Let's bring John back in.
Bah!
There he is. Okay.
All right, let me find my news.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I am ready.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1. It was a big announcement. Financial results for Apple. Record-setting $111.4 billion in revenue, of which $8.7 billion was for Macintosh.
Ooh.
Those were all good numbers. Yeah, things are kicking along despite the pandemic. Everybody is at home working. They need new equipment, I guess, right? So good news for Apple. Macintosh sales were up 21.2% over the previous quarter.
I tell you,
good
I
news.
mean, people are loving the new Mac lineup.
Oh, and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
We're waiting. I can't wait to see what they do with the desktops and
Right.
see whether or not I might be interested in a new Mac. Let's see in vintage news, a couple things going on. There was a new video by Action Retro. Let's see, an Action Retro. He'd been gifted a 3D printed model of a tiny blue and white G3. And he shared a video the other day where he outfitted it with a Raspberry Pi. Which Raspberry Pi?
He did it was a 3B Plus, I believe.
Okay.
Which the cool thing is he put together and has shared an image. It's using EMU and booting directly into OS 9. He's got it really buttoned down so that you don't see any of the Linux underpinnings. You don't see any text or anything. It just it boots. You get a gray screen until it starts booting into OS 9 or 10.2. He got 10.2 running on it, which is kind of laughable because it was very, very slow.
Yeah.
But I'm very surprised he didn't go ahead and use a Pi 4. He must not have had one on hand because the difference in power between the two is crazy amount of power difference.
What was you think is a fitting problem in that case?
No, because it was just the screw mounts or the screw mounts. I am downloading the image that he has up on Internet Archive, and I'm going to try it on a Pi 4 and see how well that works on a Pi 4.
Okay. Well, it's a really awesome case too.
But the case is fantastic.
Articulating door, and I mean,
the fact that he actually had the working, he was able to 3D print the working latch. Is fantastic.
The one thing that's glaringly missing on the case is a big Apple logo on the side.
Right. Yeah, and with the translucent, I think they could have almost, put something like that on there. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know if maybe he was concerned about throwing it, actual Apple logo on there. I'm not sure, but the rest of the case is pretty much dead on.
Yeah,
it's really well done.
Yeah, of course you can download, I think, the designs, the files for that case, and look at all the things that were put into this. Software loads.
Definitely check out the video because he goes into a lot of good detail on how he put the image together, and just you can see a lot more of the inside and the outside of the case. You can see the fans he installed. He's got a parts list for all the bits and pieces he used. So definitely check out that video.
Action Retro on YouTube, and this is cool. Let me get the name right here. This was Guy DuPont hacked his 17-year-old iPod Classic to stream Spotify wirelessly. How cool is that?
Yeah, so the fact that he got the scroll wheel working with the Pi is pretty crazy.
That by itself is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cram all that in there. Of course, have an interface. Now, that's not the original display, right? Is that a new display?
No. Yeah, that's a new display that happens to be like the perfect size. And
it made like an iPod like UI.
Right. Yeah. And so they've got Spotify running on it.
Yeah, I think you can tell from the screen that it's not the original display. You think that he could gussy up the UI so it did look.
It did, yeah. I think that must have been a personal choice to make it green. It almost looks more like an Apple II something or other because of the the phosphor. It looks like a phosphor green screen. It does. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, go over to Guy DuPont's YouTube channel. Of course, there's a lot of news articles about this cool hack. No plans to produce these or offer some kind of service. This was kind of a one-off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There might be enough information there if you really wanted to tackle this yourself. But but it does open up a whole bunch of possibilities, things you could do with old iPods. Once you can get a Raspberry Pi in there, and that display, that kind of gives you the bones for all kinds of creations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really, really cool stuff. All right. I guess that's it. What are we talking about next week?
That is a very good question.
I got to get back in touch with the guy and his dad who had all the prototypes, the Penlight Max,
Oh,
and
right.
see if we
Yes.
can arrange that. I don't know. We'll give it some thought and talk about what we might talk about. Well,
Well, it is February. We could also, as a backup,
yeah.
though I have to say we're kind of getting into the years where there's not as much kind of fun stuff happening history wise. You know what I mean?
Why is that?
Well, just as far as like Mac
Oh, you're
Addict,
talking about yeah.
yeah, for doing the time capsules, and of course the Mac World. It's yeah, so doing those isn't as fun as the earlier years of either of those magazines.
Well, we'll hunt around and see what's going
Yeah.
on. Surprise everybody. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Let's sign off here first before we do anything else.
Sounds
Before we
good.
forget doing that. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, we are done with another episode of the RetroMacCast. If you haven't already, you should join us on our YouTube channel. Either just watch the video at your leisure or come out live at 8 a.m. Central on Sunday mornings. Join our international crew. We've got representation from around the globe. Give us some good tips, answer some of our questions, keep us on our toes. Next week, we haven't quite figured out what's going to happen next week. Nothing. We didn't have any. There's a couple things on the back burner that we're trying to arrange, but
Right.
nothing definitive yet. So it'll be a surprise for all of us. The topic for next week. And anything else, John?
Nothing on my end.
Any project updates? What's next for you?
Oh goodness.
So, anything you're thinking about?
Well, all right. So yeah, here's one thing. So a friend of mine, Joe, Blondie one, who shows up every now and then,
Yeah.
on our chat, is about to come into the possession of around 50 Macintoshes. He has a friend of his and his wife Noreen in Tallahassee who's cleaning out a storage thing, and it has everything. The oldest thing is he's got compact Macs, and the newest is he's got a couple of X serves, which I may end up with one of those. But we're talking some. Joe knows there's like a Color Classic, some 2CIs, compact Macs, possibly a couple of several iMacs of various types. So yeah, he's going to go pick that up. I just bought Joe a floppy emu that I'm going to set up for him. He doesn't even know it yet. Haha. That I'm going to be setting up for him with all the appropriate disk images to kind of cover a range of computers. So
Nice.
yeah.
So maybe I missed it. What was the circumstances? Why are there 50 some Macs? Is it just a visual, or-
Guy was big into Macintoshes for quite some time, but at some point he's like, they've been sitting, I guess, in a warehouse for who knows how long, and just decided that it was time to
hopefully
get
it's
rid
a
of them.
climate controlled warehouse.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, encourage them to get some pictures of them as they sit there.
Yes, we'll do.
So we'll take a look at that. That's a kind of cool find. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we will be back next week. Until then, remember, it's not old.
It's retro. They're great.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody. There's some new names here.
Klaus David, all things DG.
I see
Mr.
new names.
Allen.
Do we have Mr. Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, all things
I don't
DG.
know.
Welcome
Yeah.
everybody. Where's
Yeah,
everybody
welcome.
from that we don't?
Chris Logan.
I don't remember Chris Logan. We know Klaus is from Sweden. We know Jeremy's from London.
David Fritz had to do a cat refresh on his Apple CD 150 because it wouldn't immediately eject the CD anymore. Oh, but it won't read the media. Oh, that sucks.
I still have my original Apple CD from when I got it for my Power Mac 6100.
Now, is that the Apple CD 300? Or is
They
that
didn't even call it. They didn't have
different
a
model?
number on it. That was the very first one that came out was just called Apple CD, and it came in the multimedia kit with the two Power Design speakers
Oh, yeah, okay.
and a bunch of CD-ROM titles. Yeah, and I just saw it the
All
other day.
things DG is half Brit, half Yank, stuck in San Diego. Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh,
David
that's
is
early
from
then.
Houston, Texas.
Good.
Yeah. Holy cow.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get going. So we will sign off, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
See you next week.
Thanks for joining us.